allergies to the adhesive or the glue or anything that you have to use.
So I'm going to pull up the hours so you can see that in this 2 o'clock all the way down to 4 o'clock range, we have time to do this very same thing they did this earlier in the day. So we're going to
I can see it.
Good. And it's
work on the
crazy because those are short
steamer, the
ones, so
facial,
we
the
went
tear down. I just wanted you to see that
longer
it's the same thing that they did this morning. You're perfectly on track. It's like a good day to like, cause we're doing a double all day. Alright, so you're gonna
Yeah,
make your
I thought I
mind.
had one, but I
Once
didn't.
once I start submitting the videos, then I'll know that where and how.
You feel like you're still warm?
Be very careful.
Yeah, you're fine. Jessica will look over the ones that are submitted on the speed.
I have confidence that I'll be fine.
Just fine.
Yeah.
Just it's not complicated. The thing that will
And then it should
separate
go
you.
down, cause it wasn't poking or stabbing at you. So this is how you're gonna
So
clean
once you
it.
get all like the
You go
practical,
and you just
you
hold on.
can, you can always
Take
study
like some
after.
type of
Yeah.
You can go to
4x4 or
conferences.
something that doesn't have
You're gonna
lint,
need insurance.
dampen
when
it
you
and
do
just
this.
wipe
Yes.
Some
your down
companies.
gently. Same thing when you brush, and so I'm gonna give you
Yes.
a couple of
You
these,
don't have to come out of pocket
just gently.
to do additional training.
Yes.
You have the insurance with them,
You
you
should
pay
be
for
able
that.
to make right.
They will give you videos galore. You will probably get tired of them simple stuff.
And you get
They
twisted
always have
turns,
new
just use this
information.
and your finger. You should be able to manipulate them, no problem, and then you're cleaning.
I can't recommend any places or things, but I do know that when you're out in the working world,
You
you
don't
know,
wanna
right
get it
across
too wet, you don't
esthetician
wanna use
companies that
soap
you
or
will
anything
value,
on it, especially if you're not wearing makeup.
and then
Okay.
the one that works for
Any
you.
questions?
So now that we have our mat drinks,
I planned for about 2 weeks.
so it's gonna look
coming,
like this,
but I had
exactly
to,
like this.
Cause this is where the gaps were,
Yeah,
that's
I
where the
can't
bridges
even,
are.
I can't even really tell if my gaps were
Alright,
there.
and
No,
then
they
your
were there.
lady,
I
your
put
mannequin,
them every day.
it's gonna be a gentleman as well.
So we're gonna
You
try
wanna sit
to,
down?
as soon as those start to fall, come back, so hopefully we can go about a good 2 weeks, but I think it's worth maintaining, cause they look good.
I think so too. I
We
think
just gotta
I
pull it
agree.
over just a little bit more.
Perfect, let's get you
Just
up.
a little bit more, covering that end.
Pass.
There we go.
There you go.
Yay.
Thank you. Now we start the box.
So,
She's off.
she's pretty mid center.
Behave
We're gonna go ahead and put your mannequin
Oh,
here.
yours? Cat eye.
And this is gonna go on the nape of the neck.
I like the cat eye.
So
Yeah, I-
Because it kind of pulls it down to the
Oh
side.
yeah, and then whenever I like do my makeup hair, when I do, I like to pull it and I like to smooth it out.
Yeah,
right on the waterline.
Oh yeah, that's
So
gonna be good. Oh, it looks good. I'm excited. Yeah.
That's why I was like, let's go with that one.
Yeah.
And we try to get them darker and fuller every time.
Thank you guys so
Yes.
much.
Gorgeous.
I would
So you're gonna take the right side,
Okay.
and you're going to place that fold over the ear, make sure the air is tight on the side, not over the eye, right across the eye.
Hold on.
Yep, right here, you're gonna see it's gonna make a natural pocket,
Mm-hmm.
make it as snug as you can.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
Yes, unless they wince, then a little less snug, but still snug, a little less.
God.
You're gonna take the other side, so hold them.
The caterpillar.
Okay, your client won't mind you putting some pressure on them. Have you been whenever like lightly grazed you?
Yeah.
It feels like cringy, right? Like if someone's like butterfly fingers along you, like you're like,
It depends who it is.
yeah, but if it's just some person with on your face, you don't want butterfly fingers on your face. It just feels weird. You want to put a little pressure. They
Okay.
know that you're there. They know that they can trust you because it feels confident.
For
Like
sure.
a little pressure feels confident.
Yeah, agreed.
And so like that. Across with the right.
Thanks for saying that.
Yes, no worries. Okay, and then hold it, because you made it snug. And then that gives you a chance to grab this and really pull it, make it taut, yeah, really pull it. You make it taut, there we go, and then wrap it across,
Okay.
same way.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then you're gonna use this little pocket,
And is it okay if a little bit of their eyes are being covered?
then you wanna make sure they can see your eyes, yeah, because you're gonna need to clean them here shortly.
Got it.
Okay, then you're gonna take your headband,
A little bit of pressure.
and you're gonna
is
put it,
good.
yep, so she's still a little bit too, there, make her eyes.
And I really like the double pressure of the headband and this because
Yes.
it adds extra precision.
Do it the other way.
Yeah. Oh yes.
That way if you have to reset it, it's easy than having to keep get up and move their head and stuff.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So a little closer to like the mid forehead. Yeah,
Awesome. It's too big for
it is. And can move it down some.
Awesome.
There you go. Just kind of right through where the eyebrows are.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll put it. And then once you do that, because you know essentially they're looking at us like this.
Yes.
They're laying down. You're gonna take it
Mhm.
and you're gonna move the whole setup, like this part to their hairline,
Got it.
because you're wanting to clean everything. You know.
It's okay.
So yeah, you want to move that as far as you can,
Mhm.
so that their hairline forward is exposed, so you can clean all of that when it's done.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Okay,
We
you're
work
gonna.
decent together.
Hmm?
We work decent together.
Yeah, we're doing great. You're a really great student.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I always meet all A's. So.
You're welcome. No,
Yeah.
just you have a great personality.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even students who maybe can't make the grade, but they come with a great attitude.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I listened to motivational videos like
Yeah.
for a few years, and I
Good
really
for you.
sunk that in.
Good for you, like all of you guys. You guys are all amazing students. Really willing to learn and apply it. Okay, perfect. Now they're in position. So you have yourself being filmed?
Yeah, let me double check.
Okay. Are you doing a time lapse?
It just
And
says
then
it
your
is,
video?
and then I'll fast it.
Perfect. You know how to do it? That's perfectly fine.
Love it. Okay.
All right. So
Oh, a little bit.
We should probably do this first.
nope.
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 Okay.
We're doing a facial, so we're gonna follow all the facial steps.
Oh, got it.
So the first step that we're gonna do is what?
Cleanse.
Perfect, and that's a 3-part process.
It is a 3-part.
Do you remember what the first cleansing that we're gonna do?
Yes, the first cleanse is just gonna be just right on the skin. That will just remove all of the debris.
Perfect, because that will give us a chance to use the wood lamp after that
After
to
that.
see what's going on, because once all of that layer is moved,
Love
then
it.
you can see what's going on.
Okay, got
You can
it.
see if they're gonna pop yellow, orange,
Okay.
purple, blue, like
Yeah.
all those different colors remember they represent something going on with the skin.
Totally.
Okay, and we can talk about it, because if you don't remember, it's in your PowerPoint.
No, yeah.
And you'll learn it, because it'll be the same colors popping, same.
Yellow is oil, purple
Yep.
is dehydration, orange is,
So yellow and pink are gonna move into that oily skin. Yellow and orange is gonna be where there's maybe some bacteria underneath there.
yeah.
White, that skin cells, it just needs an exfoliation. So yeah, so we're gonna use our tools.
And this I already repacked before I started.
I think it'll be fine.
No, because we
So
got
yeah,
the
you can
tools.
definitely use the
I was
gloves.
supposed to move it to the side and make it.
Okay.
This is all dirty?
I love it.
So Claire,
That's why I like to pre-pack my kit, because then it takes me 2 minutes. Yes, ma'am, and listen.
do you prefer them to do eyes and lips first? Or can they cleanse the whole face and come back to eyes and lips? Does it matter in the end? And TDLR, when they take their licensing test, do they make them do lips and eyes first? Do they make them do lips, then eyes, then the whole face first?
Yes,
So they didn't do
because
lips.
on the state board,
Yeah, the state
they
board.
do require it to be eye and lip cleansed, then face.
Okay.
But in reality,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Because you're not gonna be
Because it-
using the same side to put
Right.
it in their mouth and.
Right, so it
Right.
doesn't matter how you want to go about it
Okay.
for real world, but in the state, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
it was
the
lips
packet
and
listed
eyes. It does.
as, lips, eyes.
It is lip size, you're correct
Yeah.
on that.
Cause you, so with them, they judge you based on the going in order,
Mm-hmm.
so for that, yes,
So lips, then eyes, or eyes
Yeah.
and lips?
lips and eyes.
Okay.
And you'll get to the PSI state
Oh, what else?
very soon, because it's a matter of hours. So
Wonderful.
when
Yeah,
you're
it's just
close to
hours.
750, you can start practicing for your state, because you know you have the written and the practical.
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right, we're gonna just practice with 2 today.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome, awesome.
All right, so whenever you're working on somebody's face, the flow, like how the rate, your speed, how you're going, can fluctuate. It just depends on where you're at in the process.
Yes.
So for the cleanse, which is just the first thing that you're gonna do, you're introducing yourself to this person. Even if you treat them all the time, it's still an introduction.
That's how I would start.
So the first cleanse is gonna be a gentler, it's gonna be a very gentle, slower rate movements.
Sure.
And then after that, we can pick up the weight.
Awesome.
We're gonna clean the lips first, so we're gonna
Okay.
pretend that this is our generic pre-cleanse. It's just
Cleanser.
a generic cleanser that you can
Awesome.
use not on everybody, because there's always an exception to the rule, but pretty much it's gonna be a cleanser that can be used on any skin type.
Yes.
All right, perfect, so you're gonna put some in your hands,
Awesome. Okay. Oh yeah, always in your hands first.
and you wanna go ahead and pour it out. Because
Okay.
once you put your hand in there, you're not allowed again. You don't wanna put your fingers in there. In her kits, she has awesome scoops. There are gonna be some products that aren't gonna have the kind of slide to get it out. So you can always use this like for, you know, your resurfacing stuff that's a little bit thicker. But you're going to, what do you use? Put your product,
Okay.
put it all over, because you want it to saturate through.
Mhm.
If you see it's not going, just put it all over, just put it all over. And you're gonna take it for the lips, and you're gonna put your hand on the side of it. We're gonna just do one, because we're gonna need those for later. One will be fine, it'll get the job done. So you can put one away.
Okay.
So, one hand on the side of that, and fold it. Okay. And the reason why you're gonna fold it is because you're gonna clean the lips,
Mhm.
half the mouth,
Mhm.
and out. Like half, you're gonna do just half the mouth at a time.
Okay.
Imagine someone just like this across your face. It just feels weird. Like,
Yeah.
and you'll notice it more when you guys start working on each other and when you start practicing. You'll know what it feels like to
Yeah.
you, so it'll make you mindful of how you're touching others.
Yeah, of course.
So hand on, you're gonna fold it
Okay.
because we're gonna take it. And wipe it 3 times. 1. So it's kinda like the top lip, middle, and bottom.
Yes.
And you're gonna flip it.
Okay.
Okay, you can put your hand on the other side. Because you always wanna keep contact with them.
Mhm.
This side of the head, this is fine too, but this is more comfortable.
Mhm.
Hand on the side of the head. There you go. And then same. 1, 2, 3. Heard. Okay. Once you're done,
Mhm.
you would toss it. In reality, right?
Mhm.
We're gonna put that off to the side. All right. We're gonna get fresh ones,
Mhm.
and we're gonna do the eyes.
Awesome.
Same generic cleaner that can be used on the majority of skin types for
Got it.
cleansing. And we're gonna hold. And you're gonna hold it,
Mhm.
and you're gonna walk around the brow bone area, swipe across the lids. Eyebrows. Alright, across the lids. Flip it, and then just kind of around the area.
Okay.
Okay, because we're cleaning gunk off the face.
Let's do that one more time. The
Yeah.
eyes, please.
So, we're gonna hold it,
Mhm.
and we're going to be mindful when you're using it that as you clean the various areas, you've gotta move to a clean spot.
Mhm.
Because we don't wanna put it back into the spot.
Yes.
So, around the brow bone area,
Okay.
you can around eyes, the lids,
The lids.
and then you can flip it, because we haven't used the other side yet, right?
Mhm.
Underneath, around, and done.
Okay.
All right.
Got it. 3, 3.
State is looking for cleanliness, not passing, dirt to new areas, you know?
Yes.
So after that's done, if you wanted to, you could use you could use fresh pads here,
Mhm.
and you can use it to cover their eyes while you apply it
Of course.
elsewhere.
Obviously.
Not necessarily, but some pre-cleansers are oil-based because it attracts better to the dirt.
Mhm.
And if it gets like kind of rolls in the corners of the eye, it burns. So
Oh.
using those just kind of help depending on the product that you're using to clean.
Okay.
So
So why do they make it like that?
because it's efficient, it's effective.
Oh,
You know how they have those commercials for the medicines that say all the stuff afterwards, like
Yeah.
side effect, blah, 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 blah. But you have to weigh it out. Like, are the benefits better than all the side effects? You know.
Sure, yeah.
All right, perfect. So we're ready to do the facial.
Yes, and we're doing the basic facial.
Yep, so we're still in the cleanse. We
Yep.
just cleansed the lip, the pre-cleanse really. It's the first part before the lid's lamp. Now we're gonna clean the whole face. We just did the lips, we just did the eyes. We're gonna use these over again.
Okay.
But in reality, you would not use them again, right?
Yes.
Okay, because they're already dirty.
And in reality, we would use these still for the first cleanse instead of the sponges.
When you're working in the real world, you have so many options. You can use the cotton rounds.
Mhm.
You can use SD wipes if you wanted to.
Sure.
You can just straight use your hands. That's
Yeah,
more
that's-
cost effective. You
okay.
can use a mini rag.
Mhm.
There's so many options.
Got it.
So many options. All right. So for us, we're gonna use these for our pre-cleanse. State board, I believe they want you to do that way too. And so, we're gonna put this on, and we're gonna start at the chin.
Okay,
Right here at the chin.
basic facial.
Make sure that it covers right around underneath that lip, because you wanna cover as much surface area
Mhm.
as you can. And with a swoop, you wanna go all the way up.
Thank you for starting that.
And then flip it,
So that way.
because we just got a lot of surface area.
Awesome.
Don't like over agonize the pre-cleanse.
Yeah,
That's the cleanse before the woods lamp.
Mhm.
We covered a lot of surface area the way that we held this. We're gonna go back on the clean side.
Yeah,
We're gonna start at the chin.
and over agonize just means doing too much and like patronizing.
It means, I think you're saying the same thing. It just means if you feel like you missed a corner, but your things are dirty, your cotton pads, your rounds are dirty,
Mhm.
you're gonna clean it again anyways.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
So
Okay.
we're gonna go back to the chin, and this time we're gonna go under the nose, up. Hold one there,
Did you go
down the bridge.
through the eye?
Now, yeah, we're down the bridge. Yeah, we're here to do that. So you go from the chin,
Okay, one more time.
because this is the second time, because the first time we went from the chin
Mhm.
to the cheek, kind of in a little bit, and then we figured eight around the eyes
Go around.
to the forehead. Okay, so that was the first time. Chin, figure eight, a little bit of the nose, around the eyes to the top. Alright,
Awesome.
so we're gonna flip them, use the other side,
Mhm.
we go back to the chin,
Okay.
we're gonna go around the lips, kind of under the nose,
Yeah, that's
up the
good.
nose,
Yeah, that's good.
down to the temples,
Mhm.
hold it, and then release.
And release. Yay.
The
Okay.
temple release is a signal to clients that you're gonna transition. It's like a peaceful, natural,
Yes.
it's not jerky,
Yeah,
it's calming.
totally.
So, now we've pre-cleansed, we're ready to
And
use the
then I
woods
would
lamp.
probably do something like that.
You can, let someone try it on you first, cause
Yes.
it feels weird when someone starts going over your nose. It just
Oh,
feels
yeah.
weird.
Mhm.
There's a way to do everything, but you have to let someone do it on you first to see how
Yes.
you like it and
Yeah.
how you would modify.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, so pretend it's plugged in.
Okay.
You'll show, it'll already be dark in the room, and it's already generally really dark. Most wood lamps, again, like I told you guys yesterday, has an outer, a drape.
Yes.
I sent you a link on, I sent you a link that you guys can click that talks to you about the woods lamp,
Mhm.
that you can see how it works. It's an Amazon link, but it shows you how it works and what attachments
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And with a wood lamp, you can see everything. Like you can just see absolutely everything. And that's a really cool thing that they have wood lamps like this.
Yes.
Because from above, you can see down below.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Mhm. One thing to keep in mind, that if you see any white specks,
Yeah.
go ahead and touch their face and kind of move it to see if it's not a little bit of residue from here. Because you
Yeah.
don't want to be like, oh, you got thick corneal layer and da da da. When it's just your implement.
Yes. Okay.
So that's a good thing to take note of. All right, so once you've wood slamped it, you can see what colors pop through.
For sure.
If you saw white
That's
spots.
oil or pus or bacteria.
White. So if you see white,
Yeah, it's oil.
thick corneal layers, like it's the dead skin cells.
Oh.
So that's gonna usually be the white that you see coming through.
Okay.
If you see,
Mhm.
I think it was orange and pink, but if you see like a yellow and pink,
Yes.
that's gonna be your oily skin. If you see
Got
like a
it.
yellow and orange,
Mhm.
that's gonna be where you got the bacteria. So
Yes.
yellow and orange, those two together, like
Mhm.
that's usually gonna pop.
Yeah, just quiz me.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're gonna learn and work it out together.
Okay.
And what I like to do is I like to pull up our tools as well that we can use. So,
Okay.
alright, so after we find out what's going on, we can
Mhm.
use the right product for the cleanse, the last cleanse that we're going to do.
Yes.
Pretend she has oily skin, so you're gonna have a whole collection of things that you use, your generic products, and then a couple of specific products. So you'll generally have 3 specific products: an oily, a hydrating, and what else could, and an anti-aging.
Yes.
So that it's right there.
Ooh, let's do an anti-aging.
Let's do an
Okay.
anti-aging. I love it. Maybe
Okay.
she's got a lot of hyperpigmentation. That's a
Mhm.
sign of some sun damage.
Yes.
So those are signs that they could
Yeah.
use something to help with that. usually a sign of aging as well.
Okay, super.
Alright, so once we have decided the cleanser, we'll just take it from our little station, put it into our implement, our tool. Alright. Alright, and once it's in our product container, we're ready to cleanse.
Yeah, third cleanse.
So, second cleanse, but this third step in the cleansing process.
Yes.
So you can use your applicator. Most cleansers have some good slick to them so that you can just pour them out.
Yes.
And you can save that for the resurfacing
True.
product, because that product is usually thicker and just a little bit, it's a pain to remove.
Yes.
So it's easier to, and sometimes you have to mix it.
Yeah.
So you can either use your fan brush, could use that,
And
depending on the
I
product.
personally need to get better at resurfacing because it's like the last step that I don't do. And I don't do it because I don't want my skin to be more oily.
Okay.
That's why I don't do it. So that means I need to get products that are oil free.
You need to
Or
get
just
products
find their
that,
ends,
you
yeah.
need to get cleansers that attack oily skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like European products personally.
Oh, they work well for you, that's good.
Yeah.
Once you put the cleanser in, you're going to, they call it emulsify it in your hands. What you're doing is, one, you're warming up your hands so
Okay.
that you're not offensive to
Mhm.
your client. You don't wanna touch them with cold hands, it's so mean, and it's just an icky feeling.
It's so mean.
It's an icky feeling.
It's such an icky feeling.
It's an icky feeling.
Oh.
So you're gonna warm it up in your hands.
Okay.
While you're warming it up, it's also causing that product to warm up, and it's gonna cause the product to stretch with you. So
Okay.
that you aren't overusing the product on your face. You just need to warm it up so that when you apply
Brown
it,
cabinets
it will go
above
on your
the
face.
Yeah,
thing, but I'll take one.
So what that
Because
does
I
for
didn't
you
make that
and
big.
your business is save
Thank
you
you.
from using too much
Just drop it
product, which
anywhere.
wastes money.
For sure.
You know.
Appreciate it.
And your clients will appreciate you making profits because then you can reinvest some of it back into your business and do more things for them. So
Totally.
we'll rub it in and we'll start from the chin. Fold your hands like this. Now you know she's gonna move with you because these are, they're so light. So just be prepared.
Okay.
And you're gonna start with the chin. You're gonna pull that cleanser
I'm learning.
in and around the eyes,
Okay.
up to the forehead,
Yeah.
and then back down. And then you're gonna come back up,
Okay.
around eyes, back
And.
down.
Mhm.
Get that chin area and rub behind the lip. And go over the lip. Do some of the lip.
I got it.
Okay.
Anyways.
Back up.
Okay.
Side of the head.
Awesome.
And you're gonna go 1, 2, and rub it in.
Mm.
And you go back down. So at this point, I'm gonna stop for a minute. I'm gonna move my hands so I can talk.
Mhm.
At this point, the whole point of that particular cleanse was first, like the first steps we did, we just really wanted to spread the material over the face, so you had something to rub in.
Totally.
No dry areas, cause that'll be like a rug burn, it'll feel really weird on the skin. So everything has product on it, so now we can give the face a really good cleanse.
Mhm.
So we're not gonna move our hands after we do that.
Love it.
We're gonna just go ahead and go back to where we were,
Okay.
down by the chin. And we're gonna go up, in,
Mhm.
and out. Alright, and you wanna work that product in, so you start going around on the forehead,
Awesome. Working the product
down,
in.
yep, and back down, cause you're going up,
Mhm.
down, and back down again. Alright, and then again, you can make that V with your hands,
Mhm.
come up, in, and
This
then
is
go up the nose, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
And
do
then
this for
back
like 12
down the
years
bridge.
at least. No, yeah, this is what
There
I'm
we
gonna do
go.
with my life for 12 years.
And then here you go,
Yeah.
back up, down.
It's gonna be a good life.
Yeah, really, it's peaceful. And then back up to the temples,
Got it.
round. You're gonna go around the temples 3
Uh-huh.
times.
Okay.
3. You're gonna hold it for 3 seconds. 1,000, 2,000, 3, 1,000, and then 3.
Okay.
That is a
Awesome.
natural breakaway from the client where it feels soothing and natural.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
We don't need to spend a whole bunch of time. I think in TDLR, when you guys go to do your test, I think 3 times up and down. You don't really want to overdo it, yeah, because it's just a cleansing. So after we do that,
Mhm.
we're going to remove the product. You can do that with your SD wipes. You want to save your hot towel for the harder things to remove, like the resurfacing material, the product that's used for that, or the massage oil
Yes.
for the face. Now, I want to preface this: your massage oil for the face has to be facial,
I understand.
okay?
Yeah.
And the mask. So those are the 3 things that you could choose to use your towel with. Your hot towel, resurfacing, massage, and mask, because those are the hardest to remove.
Okay.
Perfect. You're gonna grab 2.
Mhm.
you'll either have a bowl like that has water in it that you can dip and wring so you can take product off the face,
Mhm.
or you'll have a little handheld bottle
Okay.
that you'll be able to spray over it. So we're gonna put some water on it.
We're spraying what?
We're gonna
Water?
pour, I'm
Just
sorry,
water?
pouring water. Yep, you're just pouring
Okay.
water over it.
Doo.
Yep, or like I said, or you could have one of these guys next to you, because you'll have your own little
We'll
table.
probably need that.
And you just go in here,
Got
you
it.
ring
Yes.
it, and chin, all the way up to the forehead. You start where we started.
Got it.
When you're doing it, make sure you get underneath that chin too.
Yes.
Because
I'm
product under
touching
there
it.
is, it'll irritate really easily. And cover a lot of surface area.
Got it.
And cover, yeah. And like we did when we were cleaning, and a little bit, up, and around, and wipe. Okay,
Thank you, Miss Starks.
and you're gonna flip it.
Uh-huh.
You already got all the gunk off.
Mhm.
Back where we started.
Awesome.
You're gonna go over the lips, under the nose,
Uh-huh.
up the nose now.
I'm the
around the eyes.
yes.
Okay. If you see that you have any more surface area that is pretty clean,
Uh-huh.
hold it,
Got it.
Do it while you're still in contact with the client. So you've done this, you're up here. Go
Yeah.
ahead and just fold it in your hands.
Okay.
And then just kind of down the bridge of the nose, nicely.
Awesome.
Down the side, down the bridge. Alright. And then you're gonna wipe to the sides. You're gonna hold it,
Uh-huh.
hold it, and then break.
Awesome. And our introductory touch is always gonna be at the bottom of the chin.
When you're applying product. When you're
Yes.
applying product, yes it is.
Okay.
Alright. Next is gonna be your resurfacing. So in reality, like I said, it's gonna be your thicker product. You can use your spatula. Most of the times it comes in the form of a powder, not always, but most of the time,
Good.
where you'll add some water to it. So
Okay.
you'll all, having a little water bottle is very nice.
Yeah. And resurfacing is exfoliation.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
So that's generally used with a fan brush.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give this to you.
Wonderful. Exfoliation, such a good
Okay.
step.
They're not quite in the super relaxed state yet, so you still can have some conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know that, hey, first few steps, I'm gonna have to ask you a few questions,
Mm-hmm.
but once we get to the massage,
Mm-hmm.
not gonna bother you. You know,
Got it. Mm-hmm.
you're gonna apply bottom to top, one side of the face and the other.
Thank you for saying that.
Mhm.
Do-do-do, do-do-do. Adding the exfoliation to the face, and this is the second step of a basic facial.
And then they won't want to. They don't need to know that, but what they will want to know is that this product can be cold.
Awesome.
Okay,
Mhm.
wipe your surface. The product's a little cold, so
Yes, got
So
it.
perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna do long strokes. They
Mhm.
feel better. Long strokes. You want to get as much product out of there
They
as possible.
definitely feel better long strokes
Mhm.
versus short and
Yeah, like,
choppy. And
It
like,
feels butterfly. Like it's. I always use the word butterfly because it's like that light fluffy touch. That's just.
Butterfly is.
It's just gives. It's just cringy.
Oh, I have a
It's just
butterfly
cringy.
tattoo.
Those are beautiful, but the
Yeah.
touch on people's skin is cringy.
I literally hate when people soft touch me. I just wanted to show you that.
Really? I like it. It makes me feel loved.
I just wanted you to see. I'll
From in here?
No, from the other side.
Oh.
But like when people do this,
So you like me more aggressive?
grab me, put your hands on me.
It's confidence. It's
Everybody's on
confidence.
here tickling me.
Yeah, you want to get as much of the product out because you cannot double dip.
Okay.
TDLR when you're in the testing will dock you for that. You cannot double dip.
Love it.
And so, one big scoop,
Mm-hmm.
be efficient, make sure one hand is touching them, always right here on the side,
Uh-huh.
and big strokes. Big strokes. There we go.
Got it.
Because again,
Big strokes.
once it's applied,
Mm-hmm.
we're going in with the hands.
Okay, I'm learning.
Warm up those hands.
Uh-huh.
Not only will it help to warm up the product a little bit, it's a
Yep.
comfortable touch. Going back in, right here at the chin.
Okay.
Because you're pulling the product. Because don't forget, we just spread it in different areas, right? But when you
Yes.
go back in,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna go and actually make sure every part got it.
That's good.
So from the chin,
Mhm.
up the cheeks, in a little bit under the eyes, but out. It's kind of like making like a figure eight, like you're ice skating.
Yeah.
So from the chin,
Uh-huh.
in toward the nostrils, but back out around the eyes
Mm-hmm.
to the forehead.
Okay.
Then back down, a nice smooth. Yeah, they're gonna love that. Then back again with the V,
Awesome.
up,
Yes,
Now,
and
up
every
the
face
nose.
is gonna need something a little different.
Up the nose, like up the sides of the nose,
Uh-huh.
and rubbing that in.
Awesome.
Okay. And then you're gonna go around the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
down again,
Yes.
over the lip area, just like this. So, like around the mouth.
I'm noticing that I might be getting product in their nose a lot. So how do I not do that?
Time.
Okay.
You'll just wipe it up.
Okay.
Alright, awesome. So once that's in there,
Mm-hmm.
because there's gonna be a little more pressure, because it's that exfoliating product. So once we're done here, we've spread the product,
Yep.
and we've spread it everywhere. We go back to that starting point,
Okay.
and that's where you can really
Yeah.
Rub it in,
Love
yes.
it.
rub it in.
Woohoo.
Rub it in the way we've moved it up your face. Start from the chin, along that jawline.
Got it. How am I doing?
Do it, let me see.
Okay.
Then bring it toward the nostrils and back around the eyes.
Okay.
And you can put some vigor on it, because you're using it to get rid of dead skin cells on that skin.
Oh, because we're exfoliating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta find a happy balance between, and you're gonna go back down again,
Mm.
and then back up,
And then back up.
over the lips,
And over the lips.
over the sides of the nose, that bridge going down.
Yay.
And then when you're done, you're gonna go to the temples,
Mhm.
roll 1,
Roll 1.
2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
stop,
Okay.
hold it 1,000, 2,000. The music you choose in your room will help you keep the right tempo and pace so you're not going too fast. They're paying for time when you're in your service. They're paying for time.
Yeah, like.
So you want to pace yourself or pick up the pace depending on how much
Yeah,
service time they're
like,
paying
come
for.
on.
Awesome. We're ready to get our towel from the captain.
Awesome. So do I need to show that in the video?
Yes. No, you're fine. You're fine. You don't have to like turn it or
Okay.
you'll see the stuff.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. And then we got a towel here. It's actually extremely hot.
Okay. Do you remember how we test it? What we do?
We put it right here?
Yep. So you can open it. You can shake it, fan it. That'll help to get some air in it,
Yeah. And okay.
and then retest it.
Awesome.
Does it feel comfortable and safe?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna make that party banner, that mountaintop.
Okay, so this is the second mountain for the facial.
Awesome.
Are we always gonna start? I like to start my facial always probably with oh, and I wouldn't do that. So here's my party banner.
Mm-hmm. Right there around the neck and chin area.
She's accomplished. Okay. And then I'm gonna do this.
One at a
I
time.
love it.
And then the other one right over it.
Jen, are you having fun?
And then from the
You
top of the
having
head,
fun?
So much fun.
Yeah.
you're gonna press it down.
I'm about to leave though.
Oh
There we
no.
go.
I was hoping you weren't gonna say that.
There we go. I like that cake, but just like a press, hold, 1,000, 2, 1,000. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Just a little.
Awesome.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000.
Mhm.
And then you can use the pockets here,
Yes.
because you're wiping off that exfoliating product, the resurfacing product. So start from this one, you'll start from the top of the head, use those little hand pockets,
Awesome.
and take your time, because you want to really get that stuff off. So you're gonna press a little bit and swipe off to the sides and down.
Okay.
You're gonna take another cleaner part of the towel and go in
Uh-huh.
and down, another cleaner part, right there around the nose, down the bridge,
Okay.
and then you finish up like that. So go ahead, I want to see you do that.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, the 1,000, 2. I want to see you press that towel in there, yeah. 2, 1,000, back up, then down. 1,000, 2, 1,000, yeah. 1,000. That will feel good to them, and it'll soften some of that product in that area.
Mhm.
All right, and then you'll use the pockets that it naturally creates. Nope, you're gonna do it together. It's gonna feel better together. So, put in your hands in here.
Okay.
Okay. And the hairline,
Mhm.
mid-center,
Mhm.
eyebrow.
Okay.
Wipe that product off.
Awesome.
Okay, move your hands down a little bit to get the cleaner parts. You're gonna
Yep.
keep trying to get that dirty part behind you, the cleaner parts, yep.
Yeah.
Go right there, around the eyes, around the
Sure.
eyes,
Mhm.
down,
Yay.
yep. And off the sides.
Good
Then you'll
girl.
use the bottom, because you've already used that. So
Okay.
you're down toward the bottom now. Go ahead and grab it.
Yes.
Get right there under that nose. Take one side down the bridge. Go ahead.
Got it.
No, leave that alone because that part's dirty. You're here toward the bottom. So go ahead and grab it.
Okay.
So you're gonna use it to clean up a little bit around the lips, under the lip. Yes, perfect. That's where you can do the nostril area if you want to get in there, and because you see stuff's there. You'll finish with the
Love it. Okay.
howdy. She's gonna be with you here. She's part of the day, so she's gonna carry over to the night.
Oh, she's gonna stay.
Yes, we talked to the students yesterday. That's something left. So we should take care of today. I did and Claire. So laundry was crazy. It was actually piled so high because we had a lot to do.
We've done 2 loads, so now we're on to the 3rd.
Yeah, so if you see stuff still going, it's because we're waiting for the dryer to
The dryer, yeah. Last
Okay.
night we left it with the dryer on.
perfect. Yeah, because it just
we
takes a
didn't,
minute.
We didn't put another load because it smells.
Yeah,
in the
it
morning.
does.
I'm doing laundry in my house right now too.
Yeah.
I'm doing my blues, my purples, and my browns.
Beautiful, beautiful. So after you do that, this towel is good to toss. Now, if you see that after you remove the towel and there's residue, you're like, ah, you can take it. And remember we talked about that folder on your hands?
Yes.
These are so big and so bulky, but you fold it in half.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember how you drape it over your hand to make it like a mitten.
That's good.
That's what you would do to clean up the areas that you might have missed on the first initial swipes.
Yes.
All right,
Awesome.
then this would be dirty. You'd have somewhere to put it.
Wonderful. I'll just
All
put
right,
it
we'll just
in
pretend,
here now.
yeah.
Mhm.
Put it over there.
Yay.
Awesome. And so, is there
Doing
anything
the
you need from
steps
me?
now?
Yeah, that's part of their
Basic
in
control?
facility. Yep, in facility today that they're filming themselves do this for at least the morning. So I think you have what, lashes today?
Lashes.
Yeah. So she's doing lashes tonight. If you want to do any more lash
Yes.
stuff.
I'm gonna stay here until I just can't take it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna leave. Just trying to get hours in. But you can just act like I'm not here and just do whatever you want.
Well, in facility, there, if you're here in facility, then whatever time you're here, there are things that are required of you, and then after those are done, then you can do the all that stuff. Mhm.
Awesome.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and finish up. So after resurfacing would be the extractions.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the extractions.
Okay.
Yay.
Not everyone's gonna need that.
Yeah, and I have so many acne scars, and it's from that tool right there.
Really?
So, oh, it's so bad. Yeah. Well, not so
'Cause-
bad, but
I mean, it's a
bad
technique.
enough. Yeah.
I think too many people dig and scrape, and they just scrape the skin. Because really, this is only for blackheads. That means that they have popped on top of the skin. They are ready to be removed.
Oh, got it.
If there are no blackheads, they are not ready.
Oh.
Leave those things alone. If they're white, if they're red, if they're irritated, if they're not black, they're not ready.
Oh,
They have
okay.
not dried out. They are
And
not ready to be removed.
If we could learn more about extractions in detail, that would help too.
Not a problem. I mean, that's the rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Blackhead means dead. It means that it's ready to be removed.
Got it.
The white is not ready. Red inflamed skin is only going to be very angry at you for poking at it. It's
Oh.
probably going to bleed.
Yeah.
It's probably going to leave scars,
Love it.
and it's going to hurt. So black means dead. And you can use this instead. Anything
Okay.
else, you can't use it. So now we know about extractions. For the massage, the special face-specific massage gel is
Mhm.
what we would use. So again, we're gonna pretend that's in our jar here.
Mm.
We're gonna go ahead and pour it. If it doesn't have enough slip, if it's not pouring, that would of course again be where you could use something like this.
Mhm.
Have more than one.
Mhm.
That way you can pour it out. But they generally come out pretty nicely. So you put it in your hand, and we're gonna do that E word. We're gonna emulsify.
We're
warming it up.
applying our massage oil.
Reason why? It helps us to heat our hands so that we're not hurting them, like making them sad.
Yeah, good.
We are warming up the product so it has some slip. That means it can be
Yeah, I love
dragged
it.
over the face
Mhm.
and coat it
Mhm.
without using a whole bunch of extra product, which wastes money.
Yeah, that's
So
beautiful.
yeah, so we'll rub it in, and we start down at the chin,
Okay.
up, with pressure. Again, we go in to pull toward the nostrils and then out around the eyes,
Okay.
up to the head,
Awesome.
and back down.
Awesome.
And then where we can go up, sides of the nose,
Awesome.
down
Yep.
the nose, because we just want that product to go everywhere.
Same.
Back around,
Mhm.
and we're here at the chin, to the lips. Don't put it on the lips. It'll get underneath the nose.
Mhm.
Back up, and then now you're ready. I would do the 1, the 2,
Mhm.
the 3. You gotta make sure you do that because it'll feel weird if you stop in mid working.
Hey Linda,
1,000, 2,000.
we're behind on laundry, but they did all their kits, everything is wiped
Now
out,
we're ready to
everything is
massage.
unplugged from the
Got
other
it.
3 moves.
So,
Do you know
yeah.
those 3 moves?
Yeah,
Have
the only
you?
thing is laundry
No, I
is wrapped
haven't.
up, but
So we
we'll
have
see
the
all that.
effleurage.
Okay.
Do you mind if you do
No, they can wax.
The
The
Effleurage.
night crew, because there's no level one, so they need to.
And we're gonna practice it for real.
So
Okay.
We're
pull their
gonna
folders
test
out
your side, just
tonight and do
pinch.
an update with each person.
Can I practice? Let me show you on your arm.
Then
what
we
it
start
is.
checking stuff off.
So
And
it
then leave
is-
that pile of
Your
people
hand is like this,
off to the
and
side
it's a
so that I
pinch.
can
Yes.
Pinch.
go through and see where they are.
A pinch
Yeah,
move.
because
That's what you're gonna do on their
check
face.
in.
Okay.
Right around the
We
chin,
need to make sure that they're
up the
not
jawline
just
area.
waxed.
Anywhere else, there's not enough fat.
Yeah.
It'll
Sure.
feel weird. So yeah, cheeks, yeah. Pastursage can be pretty much here and below because there's enough meat on the bones to do it. That technique can have to
Once everything is done,
stay
then it's, I can be
below-
like, yeah, sure.
below the nose
But
region
if you
because there's enough
need to
fat.
do other stuff,
So
then always
Effleurage,
do
anywhere. The last one is to potent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Potent.
Tell them to start getting that, get the
Yeah.
requirement stuff out of the way.
Yeah, just like that. So, the way we put that together after we put all of that massage gel on their face for the face, we finish up here. Okay. We can take our hands and we can start to effleurage on one side of the face at a time, chin, working your way up. So, just
Awesome, and I'm gonna email you and ask you what those 3 words are just
Not a
spelling,
problem.
because
Yeah.
it sounds French, is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And then you take it all the way around. Remember, effleurage is around the world.
Yeah.
Right there by those
Several
cheeks.
times, like at
Yeah,
least
but
4.
you're traveling.
Yeah, because
You're
you have
traveling.
to. Yeah.
Pulling that skin toward the up. You want to make sure that you're working against gravity. You're pulling that skin up around the cheek.
Mhm.
All right. And then you come up,
Mhm.
and then you come back down
Yeah.
into the Pastursage. There's a nice little pinch around the chin, the jawline,
Thanks for
by the
being with me.
cheeks. Take your time. The massage is your tip money, girl. That's the piece.
No.
That's the part that gets them falling asleep. Give it some deep, no, deep. You don't wanna deeply go in there.
Okay.
If you got someone with a skinny face, you know, where the skin's kinda tight, then you won't,
Use the
maybe you
pinkies.
might have to, you may not go all the long lift. You may just may not use the chin line. You maybe you're just gonna try to
Yeah.
find the meatiest part.
Okay.
And then after you do that, you can go again with the effleurage, just the opposite way, to give a different sensation. So if you started on the right side, then this time you can start on the left.
How many?
You wanna really pull that skin.
Okay. How many
And
minutes
stay.
should the massage be? Like 5?
No, the minutes depends on the package they purchase.
Oh.
If it's an express for 30-minute facial,
Yeah.
you may not even add the massage. You know, if it's a 60 or 90,
Yeah.
you may be at a 10-minute massage, you know? There are even some cool arm massages that we're allowed to do as estheticians, cause it's a line
That's so
between
cool.
massage therapist and esthetician, what we can and can't do, it's a line. But, yeah, there's some really cool stuff.
An esthetician sounds like a fairy name.
Really?
Yeah.
That was like official. Like,
I'm an esthetician.
What is that? Skin therapist. Ooh, you medical? Yes.
Good pick, right?
Yes.
I'm
So
excited.
you just effleurage and then back to the top. And once you get to the center,
Mhm.
I would end it with very gently. Yeah, just right around up. And then around the eyes. And then back down. And back up. Around the eyes one more time. And then back to the side. Try to slow down the tip of it. And then you're gonna go into a round one. Whoops, slow it down. 2. Remember, you just relax them. 3. And hold it. 1,000. Hold it.
Have y'all ever seen a Thai massage?
2,000. I have it. 3,000 and let it go.
Thai massages are so funny. That was good.
Perfect. So you've done the massage. You've got to remove the product.
Got it.
Depending on the salon that you are in, that would be a hot towel service because that's a harder product to remove.
Yeah. I
So
love
you can
it.
hot towel it. If your facility does not allow you to use that many towels,
Mhm.
take your Essie wipes,
Yes.
use your water bowl, dip
Love
it, wring it, or use your water bottle that you'll have, and you'll remove the product.
Yes.
So, what was your question?
No, I was telling you I was leaving. Do you need anything from me before I go?
enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Thank
It's
Oh,
like
I thought we were
3:15.
like, okay, then we're good.
That extra burger, I put it up front, so take it home.
Oh,
Hopefully your kids will eat it.
I
And
appreciate
it's
it.
like fries and the burger. They gave it to us because I told you I put my hand in there and it was cold. So she remade everything. So you
I'm
might as well
glad you
take it
held them
home.
accountable. Well, thank you
Hell
for
yeah.
that.
I don't play about my food, I'm fat.
Yeah. You are the best. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. I will see you tomorrow. We had a great day.
We had a super great day. Yes, ma'am.
I'm proud of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Medium proud, not too proud.
Oh,
Can't have it
Jessica Trigano said that she has quite a few people coming on Saturday.
medium. She's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, she told me. I told her you.
Perfect. Okay, and then another girl, she was the one who did the hydrofacial. She's supposed to email you, she broke out into that rash.
She did, she emailed me and told me she had to leave.
Perfect, okay, the product didn't work for her skin. Okay. Now, the way we wipe it off, same way that we did for the cleansing, same way that we did for, well, not necessarily for resurfacing, but same for cleansing.
Good.
Start from the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
cover as much surface area as you can.
Let me make sure it's still
And toward the nostril.
because I don't want to.
Up and around.
Awesome. It's like a figure 8 is basically what it's
It
making.
is, and then slide off, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And you come back again, start here, put a little pressure. It's a great entry point. And you're gonna go up,
Yeah, it is a good
around,
entry
under the
point.
nose, along the sides. Hold it with one hand,
Mhm.
and then you're just gonna wipe off the bridge.
Okay.
Being mindful to only use areas that are clean. Once it's been used, don't use it again. All right, then we're done with that. The massage is done. We'll do the mask or the deep treatment.
Uh-huh.
That is a product, again, you can just apply with your hands, same way.
Okay.
Same way. The mask though is gonna sit. You can also apply it with a fan brush. So if you still have it available,
Mhm.
because you use this for your exfoliation product, your resurfacing product,
Okay.
you would apply it. Just the same way you did. Same way we did earlier. Go ahead and practice it.
Now we're gonna do the 5th step,
Yeah.
or the
The mask, the
5th
deep
step,
treatment.
which is our deep treatment mask.
Now the deep treatment product that you'll use will
For our
Match.
anti-aging client,
Perfect.
we're going to do probably a hydrating mask with maybe some vitamin A.
and something that helps pigmentation like glycolic, that type of material in the product helps with hyperpigmentation. You have something anti-aging, which
Let it
is a
go.
hydration, is a
Uh-huh.
good way to help with anti-aging.
Good.
Something with vitamin C
Uh-huh.
is usually really good because it has the antioxidants, vitamin
Yeah.
A,
Glass of orange
But-
juice each morning.
every morning, but you can't have that stuff on during daytime services. Vitamin C you cannot have on your skin
Good to
during
know.
the daytime.
Okay.
Neither vitamin A.
Got
No
it.
carbs. Yep.
Yeah.
It will react. They're reactive with the sun. It's not, it's an evening type of product.
Okay.
So, perfect. So once the mask is on, you can put the steamer on if you want to, because it'll help to, if it's a hydrating mask, you need it to penetrate into your skin.
Okay.
If it's a mask like clay that's trying to draw out impurities, I wouldn't use the steamer. It doesn't make sense,
Sure.
Why are you opening up the skin to, like sink that stuff in when you just sit the mask on their skin, and the clay for oily skin is usually what clay is used for, a clay product
For oily
will
skin.
draw out the oil,
Yeah.
draw out the impurities. Hydrating mask,
Lush
usually it's a
is
gel.
Mhm.
Put that steamer on there, yeah, for that 5 to
Amazing.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Lush, which is an Australian vegan brand, they have incredible clay masks. Their masks are incredible.
Okay, they do the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, let's keep going.
No, I love that.
But yeah.
All right, so once your mask has finished its 5 to 10 minutes,
Okay.
let's talk about what you are doing during the mask.
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Every clinic, every salon, spa has their own protocol. The mask is a perfect time for an arm massage. Perfect opportunity.
Oh.
Perfect, because that dead space
Or
of time,
shoulder. Yeah.
perfect opportunity.
I like, instead of an arm massage, I think I would prefer like a shoulder and
And the
it's called
décolleté.
elbows. Yeah.
The décolleté.
No.
There's a wonderful
Décolleté.
massage for that area that you can do while they are masking. That way it's not like this weird dead space for 5 to 10 minutes. Because
Yeah, I
you can't
know.
leave and take care of like admin. You can't like leave and start folding clothes. That's so wrong. You don't want to break that connection with the client.
Mhm.
So yes, you can give a décolleté right around the shoulders, but mainly this is the area that we can touch.
Mhm. Correct.
Okay, and that's all the way around.
Yes.
So that's really way up here at the very nape of the neck.
I love that. That's a blessing.
Yeah. Anywhere else, you're in massage therapist territory, and you've got to have those
Licensing
hours
for
and that
that.
license. Yes. Mask is done.
Okay.
That would be a good hot towel service. If you're
Mhm.
not allowed, you're gonna take it off the same way, from the bottom and toward the nostrils, around the eye. It's gonna be the same process.
Got it.
All
And
right.
are these gonna be dry or wet?
You're gonna wet them.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Fresh ones, you're gonna wet them. Awesome. So then your last step is dermal layering. You're getting ready to head them out of here.
Yes.
You're gonna put on the toner. It can be liquid or it can be a spray.
Okay.
The toner cools the skin, closes the pores. Some toners have very specific ingredients that help with anti-aging,
Yeah.
help with, you know,
Sometimes.
oh no, they like
Yeah.
there's some lines that have some really great toners. So use the toner that applies to what they came in here for.
Mhm.
After that, you're gonna add a serum for them to go. The serum again relates to why they came in here.
Mhm.
The cool part is that you're gonna notice that your clients are gonna most of them are gonna have combination skin, oily, dry. So you can use 2 serums.
Mhm. Got it?
Yep.
Oh, as maybe sometimes you should. Anyways.
Yeah, you put the oily serum
Okay.
so it can penetrate those areas,
Yeah.
and the one that is for hydrating in the other areas.
Okay. Awesome. Did I do anything wrong? Question
No,
mark?
you're fine.
Okay.
You'll finish with a moisturizer.
Okay.
We call it a lotion, but it's a moisturizer.
Okay.
And then sunblock if it's a daytime service.
Yeah.
No sunblock if it's an
Opposite.
evening
Yeah.
evening service.
Okay.
Those are your facial steps.
Love it.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our items back.
Okay.
We're just gonna have to replenish the SD wipes, and the cotton rounds, and the gloves. So a few things to replenish.
Okay. There's already a pair of gloves, so we might not need to.
So these are still good. We can put those back on the bed where they were.
Okay.
Um,
That was fun.
yeah, you did a good job.
Thanks.
Make sure you're gonna need to grab because I know you worked on this bed here. You just need a pillow cover
Yes.
and a head wrap.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then that'll go back.
Okay.
So now you have to film yourself kind of taking everything down and putting it into the laundry room
Okay.
and resetting up the bed for the next service.
Awesome.
So I will leave you to finish that. That is all you have left to do because
Okay.
you've done this service.
Yep.
You'll put the woods lamp back where
Awesome.
you found it.
These things are found where?
Everything's they're found in that closet where this box belongs.
The closet. Okay.
I'll show you. Yep. Let me put these heads away.
Okay. And I'm gonna leave that on while I finish making the bed. And okay. I will take that.
Okay. So you're gonna have to take the bed apart because it's the end of it. It's like a tear down. And then once that's filmed, you can turn up the camera and reset it.
Yeah, peace and quiet is always nice.